Hey guys, so today I'm doing a kind of a different topic video. So today's video is going to be on books because I'm an amazing book reader. I love reading books. I read maybe two to four books per month just because I really like reading. I think it's enrich my English or my French depending on what kind of books I'm reading. So I wanted to kind of give you some topics or some books that I really loved and that I think you could love as well. So the first books I'm going to talk about are more for young people. So I have two books here. The first one is it's Monster High, and it's by Lizzie Harrison, and it's the story of that girl, and she's like a freak and a zombie and stuff like that. They did a movie about it. I think there's 3 books of that. So anyways, that's the Lizzie Harrison. So that's the book basically. It is more for maybe 12 to 15 years olds. I wouldn't read it if you're older than that because it won't really interest you, because it's very, very it's not boring. I mean, I didn't really hate it, but it is for young women. Then the other one that is more for young women is this Miley Cyrus, My Secret, The Real Life of Hannah Montana. Why I read this is because I love reading biographies of people, and I thought it would be nice. I just want to be sure that this is the name. Oh yeah, no, the title original in English is Miles to Go. Yeah, right, Miles to Go. So yeah, I have it in French because back in the time where I bought it, I didn't really read good English, so I bought it in French. But it's a very nice thing, you know. She explains you her life and what happened in her life and what she was doing before being a star, and what is behind the scene of the television, and you know how she became an actress or a singer, and you know her family, because she has she has a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters, so you know, yeah, that's kind of cool. So yeah, it's a good biography. If you like biographies, I would recommend you the Steve Jobs biography. It is amazing. Seriously, it's things that you would never think about. If you don't know who Steve Jobs is, it's the guy that created Apple, and he died last year, and yeah. So, moving on. Another books for young. This is a series of book. I don't have all the series because I got stopped reading them. So it's by A House of Night novel, and it's the I don't know if those have a series. It's House of Nights series. So the first one is Marked. And it's basically the story of a young girl, and she gets marked to get a vampire, and then she becomes a vampire, and lots of things happen, and her grandma is her grandma is a Native American, I think, and you know she does some weird prayers for her, and she discovers that Native Americans and kind of vampires are kind of related because they do things that are kind of similar, stuff like that. So yeah, so that one is the first one, Marked. Then the second one, if I believe, is Betrayed. So yeah, that's the second one. In this one, there's more weird, well, not weird thing, but it's kind of difficult to explain all the story because it's been a long time I read them, but they're really good books. So that's the second one, Betrayed. The third one is Chosen. And it's definitely more something she loses her friends and her boyfriend, and she's really like sad and all that, and then she makes like she tries because she tries to save her friend that's kind of dead. So yeah. And then what's book 4? Untamed. Yeah. So I was, as you can see, like my bookmark is still in that one because I didn't finish it. But anyways, and in this book, it's more like the director of the school kind of makes war to the students and all that, and she tries to takes it out, and yeah, it's a very complicated story. I cannot really like explain you without taking out like the punch of the story. Okay, so that's Untamed, and then after Untamed, I don't know if they say which one it is after Untamed, because I do not know actually. Ugh. Great, they do not tell me which one is after, so let's see. Do they tell me here? Tell me. Oh yeah, alright, so this one is the number 5 book. This is Hunted, so it's the one after. So, then she has her friend back, her undead, her dead, undead woman, like her best friend is back. In they try to save the house because it's like they have like they live in a house, the House of Nights, and under like somebody put it under a spell, so she kind of goes and with her friend to save it. So that's the 5th book, and the 6th book is Tempted. So, yep, and it's just like, a boy and a girl. It's all cute. They're like making love. Okay, they're not really making love. And they do not give me like a little abrege of what's going on in that one. But yeah, it's, I didn't read that one, so I don't really know what's inside it. But anyways, so it's a big series. And after this one, I think they released 2 or 3 other ones. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so it's definitely a huge novel kind of thing. And I really, really loved the books. So I would recommend to you to go read them if ever you don't know like what to do. I would recommend you like really those books because yeah, they're amazing. And I'm probably gonna do a giveaway soon on those books. Actually, this collection of books, if ever you want to see that. Alright, so next to the other books. So keeping on in the kind of series, I have the Hunger Games. My name is written on it because it was in, I had to read it at school, so I had my name written on it. I read it before the movie came out. This is in English, I believe. Yes, it's in English. It's an amazing book. I really, really love the book. You get to like really think about what you taught about the book and all that. So it's very good. I didn't read the 2 other ones because when I started reading the second one, I didn't really feel like it was as amazing as the first one. But it's like you can go read it. So it's Catching Fire, the second one. But yeah, so the Hunger Games it's a trilogy. If ever you're interested by it, Susan Collins, she has other books that she released except of the Hunger Games. She's an amazing author, and I like if you didn't read this book, I like tell you could go read it. The second one, it's by I have it in French, but it's actually a trilogy in English. Alright, so the summer book novel it's the We'll Have Summer. So it's by Jenny Han in 2011. And yeah, and that's I actually understood it was the 3rd one after reading it. I went back to the bookstore and I actually found out it was the 3rd of the trilogy. But I actually really loved it, so you don't really have to read the 2 other ones before to understand the story. But I would tell you to go read the 2 other ones before this. This is a kind of love story. This book, I didn't read the two other ones, so I don't know what the two other ones are about. But this one, I know it's like a love story, and it's just very, very nice. Like she's dating a brother, but then she realized that she loves the other one, and they were gonna get married. Like, but then she has to like go away before they marry to go with the other one, and you know, blah 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 blah. So it's a long story, and yeah. So I would tell you to go check the other books before having this one. But it's very, very, very good. Seriously, I read it again and again and again. So yeah, I would recommend this book to you. This is, I'd say, it's not that hard to read, this book, but it can get hard. So I would tell you, maybe 13, 14 years old, maybe 15, would be able to read that. Then I have two mini books. Those are more well, no, I have one. Let's say. So this one is I read it as well while I was in high school. It's the 12 Angry Men. So it's a classic. It's such an amazing story. So it's like, if you don't know the story, it's one guy. He decides not to do something. He decides not to obey the orders. So the group kind of invites like 12 person to a place, and they all get killed. And at the end, you realize that it's one of the 12 person that was there that killed everybody, and he suicide at the end. So yeah, there is a movie about this. I didn't really like the movie, didn't understand the movie, but the book is quite good. I really, really love it. It's by Penguin Classics, if you don't know the brand. And in US, it should cost you $12. That's what's behind the book. But it's probably less than that. But yeah. Then another trilogy book. No, it's maybe not trilogy. I think there's 4 or 5 books. It's the Caddies books, and they're very nice. I don't know if they're in English as well. I have to check because I'm just Alright, you just turn the book and it's like the first page, and at the end it's the last page. So I think it is a French book. It's not an English book, but it's a so it's a French from France book. So it's called Caddies books, but it's a very nice. If you know how to read French, I would basically really tells you this. This is an amazing book. It's like a girl, and she just like tries to find someone, and she lost someone. I don't really understand. I didn't really understand the book the first time I read it because I was like 12 years old. But my best friend loved the book, and what is fun about this is that it comes with a little envelope, and you have like she talks about like things she finds, and that like it takes her to another like step in the story. Well, all the things you have them here, so it's quite funny. Like there's like journals, things. There's a paper Kleenex, and there's like a photo of her family or whoever it is. So yeah, so that's Caddy's book. So then moving on, there's as well this Rebecca York Dragon Moon book. This is maybe 14, 15 years old. It's an amazing book. I really, really loved it. This is again by the Penguin Group place. So that's the name. It's by Rebecca York. What I loved about this book is that it's kind of full of. It's more if you like things like if you like Indiana Jones movies or things like that, you will love this book. Or what's the name of it? Like the Mommies movies. You will like this book. This book is full of like um, I don't know how to explain it really, but it's like romance, werewolves, suspense, science fiction, and fantasy all together. That's basically what it is. So I would recommend you to read this book. I will not tell that much about it, but I really, really appreciated reading it. Then I have this book. It's called The Sky is Everywhere. It's by Jenny Nelson. This is by far my favorite book of all time. So that's the book. And it's a girl. She loses her sister. Her sister does like a heart attack or something while she's doing something at the college, and she meets a guy in her class, a new guy, and she kind of falls in love with him. But then at the same time, the fiance of her sister, she kind of feels close to him because, like, you know, he was the fiance of his sister, and they're both like missing so much her sister that like it makes them really, really close. And yeah, so it's full of love and like heartbreaks, and it's just such a nice story. Seriously, if you want something love story, go read this. This is like the best book you can read for that. Like the people say, this is passionate, vulnerable, wonderfully complete, and irresistible book by Boya Stared Review. And then the Romantic Times says, a joy to read, you'll remember it long after you've turned the last page. So yeah, that's the book. Then this is more of a romance slash kind of sex book. Well, not really sex, but you know, it's a bit like. So the book is No Commitment Required by Ceresia Glass. So that's the book. It's like a belly button and some boxers, and that's the beginning. So this is like a love story slash like they fall in love, but they don't want to admit they fell in love, so they, instead of saying that they fell in love, they just have sex and stuff like that, and they hang out and all that, but you know, it's like no commitment required. Like they're not like together and nobody knows it and all that. So that's basically the story behind this book. This book is just so amazing. If you are searching something like love story, but a bit like more on the like sexy side, I would tell you to read this. This is just an amazing book. I read it I think like 5 or 6 times just because it's amazing. And it's $6.99. I think I bought this in like a Target or something, like, you know, where there's like those big box full of like random books and they're like $4 or something. So yeah. Then those are more, the 3 last books I'm gonna show you guys are 3 more hard understanding books, I would tell you. Not necessarily like they're just the way they're written is maybe more hard to understand. It's like very hard English, so I would say maybe 15, 16, 17, maybe 18 years old would prefer this. So the first one is by the Penguin readers, again, Penguin Books, whatever. So this is level 5 of reader, they say. So 5 is upper intermediate. There's 2,300 words. It's not that much because, I mean, it doesn't look like much because there's like 50 pages, but it's written like very, very small. But, so this is by Boris Pasternak, and it's Dr. Zhivago, I believe that's his name, Dr. Zhivago. Yeah, wait, I'm just gonna try to find who written this book, because I do not think it's Dr. Zhivago, whatever. Yeah, okay, it's it. So this is more like, it's the story of a doctor, basically, and, whatever they do together, and I think he meets a girl or something like that, but it's kind of it talks about the Russian Revolution, It's a nice book for that, for the Russian Revolution. So if you want to learn more about the Russian Revolution, I would tell you to read this. Or there is as well Animal Farm. If you don't know what Animal Farm is, it's another book. Totally not. It's not this book. It's another book. It's written by another man. I mean, and it's about the Russian Revolution. But this is more like you're in somebody's place. So I tell you, this is it's a heartbreaking book. So yeah. And then there's this is more if you like story, if you like learning things that exist and that are real. I would basically recommend you this. This I have it in French, I'll just try to find. So the original title in English is Secret Societies and How They Affect Our Lives Today by Sylvia Browne. And basically what it talks about like the Vatican secret societies of the KKK clan, the Russia, like what they had, the Nazis, the Jewish secret societies. It talks about so many things, and it talks about how how God and how they hide, like how the Vatican are trying to hide things from us, like how Jesus like died after he resurrected and all that, and yeah, so it's very interesting. It's not her first book. She has other books. I do not know the name of them in English. I don't know if it's written here. No, it's not written from where it is, but yeah, so that's that book. It's really interesting, very, very enriching, so yeah. Then another kind of series is the Dan Brown, the Da Vinci Code collection. The thing is, you guys think maybe the Da Vinci Code and Angel and Demons are the two books that he wrote. Actually, it's a series. There's Da Vinci Code, then there's like 3 other books, and then there's Angels and Demons. So there's a couple. It's a collection. This is more for somebody that is interested in history and that knows a lot about Christianization and stuff like that, because if you don't know the basics of Christianization, and if you don't know, you will be lost, like, in this book. Like, basically, these books, they are searching the Saint Graal, but they realize that the Saint Graal is actually the real Graal, which is the line blood of Jesus and Mary together. So that's very it's a very huge book, but I mean the written inside it is quite huge as well, so it's not like that scary. It's like 500 pages. It's not that big, I guess, but it's quite big. So I really recommend this book if you love history and if you love everything that touches like the Graal and all that. I really love this book. I really love the movie as well, so yeah. And that's it. That's all the books I have to tell you. Now I want to talk about if you are a girl and you do not like reading, but you can enrich yourself by reading something we all love as a girl, some magazines. Some magazines, they don't seem like you will learn a lot of things because they have a lot of like commercials and all that, but some real magazines have like a lot of paragraphs and all that. By example, one of my favorites one is the Lulu. This one is in French thought, but it's like, it's like full of writing, and it's just interesting. Like, they talk to you about so many things, and like this is more of like a shopping trends one. But another one that is kind of like Lulu, but in English, is the 17 magazine. I really love the 17 magazine. It always has like a lot of interesting things. There's like, as much as they talk about shopping, they talk about like fitness and about health and like makeup and stuff like that. So it's very fun to read. It's more maybe for teenagers. But as a 17 years old, I still like reading it sometimes, and sometimes they do weird things, like they give you tricks in this one they gave you tricks for your periods, like, and it's like a full thing, so, yep. And another one is my Woman Health Training Guide 2013. So this is more for health. It gives you so many different like things. This is like, you will not find like any things like, it's just writing and writing, like, you know, it's still some writing, still writing, you know, it's just writing the whole time. So yeah, so I would say those are the books that are quite amazing, and well, the magazines, I guess. So yeah, so I hope you guys had you stayed tuned for the whole entire video. I'm sorry it's quite long, but yeah. Anyways, so those are the books and the magazines I tell you that you could read. I'm probably, like I said, I'm gonna do a giveaway probably for the House of Night novels. Not too sure yet. I'm gonna check that out if I am or not. So I hope you guys loved this this video. Tell me if you guys want more videos like that, and I'll see you guys later for another video. Yeah, bye.